You ever notice something strange? Some people walk into a room and nobody messes with them. They don't raise their voice. They don't act tough. They don't demand attention. They just exist. And somehow people listen. People don't interrupt them. People don't joke at their expense. People don't waste their time. Then there's the other type. Same room, same people. Completely different treatment. They get talked over. Plans get cancelled on them last minute. Jokes are made about them in front of everyone. Their time feels optional. For a long time, I was that second person. People interrupted me while I was talking like I wasn't even there. Friends cancelled plans like my time meant nothing. Coworkers made jokes at my expense and I laughed along pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. Every single time, I felt invisible, like I didn't matter. Like, no matter how kind or understanding I was, people still treated me like a doormat. Then something changed. Not slowly, not after years of therapy or confidence courses. Fast, I discovered one behavior I was doing wrong. Just one. And the moment I stopped doing it, everything flipped. The same people who treated me badly started treating me differently. They stopped interrupting. They stopped canceling. They stopped turning me into the joke. I didn't become loud. I didn't become rude. I didn't become mean. I just stopped. One thing. And it worked way faster than I expected. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what that one thing was, plus 3 other behaviors you need to stop immediately if you want people to respect you. These are not the usual stand up straight or be confident nonsense. These are real practical moves that work in real life. I tested them. They changed everything. And once you understand this, you'll see disrespect very differently. Disrespect is not random. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Disrespect doesn't happen randomly. People don't wake up and decide, today I'll disrespect this person. Disrespect happens because of signals. Signals that say, you can interrupt me, you can waste my time, you can joke about me, you can cross my boundaries. You don't mean to send these signals, but you are. And once you stop sending them, people change how they treat you almost immediately. So let's break down the 4 signals you need to stop sending right now. Signal Haiwanzing, reacting big. When someone disrespects you, here's what most people do when they feel disrespected. They react emotionally. They defend themselves. They explain why the behavior was wrong. They get upset. And that reaction is the problem. Because the moment you react big, you tell the other person something important. You got to me. And people repeat behaviors that give them power. So if disrespect gets an emotional reaction out of you, guess what? They'll do it again and again. Here's what actually works. When someone disrespects you, you don't explode and you don't ignore it. You do something far more powerful. You calmly name it. That's it. No yelling, no defending, no explaining. Just one sentence. That was disrespectful. Then you stop talking. This is uncomfortable, not for you, but for them. Because most people expect one of 2 things. You blow up. You let it slide. When you do neither, their brain short circuits. They suddenly have to sit with what they just did. Let me give you a real example. I had a friend who constantly made fun of my job in front of others. Oh, here comes the burger flipper. Stuff like that. Every time I laughed along, trying to be chill. Then I stopped. Next time he did it, I looked at him calmly and said, that's disrespectful. Nothing else. No smile, no anger, no explanation. The room went quiet. He apologized immediately. Never did it again. Why does this work? Because you're not playing defense. You're not trying to convince. You're not reacting emotionally. You're simply stating reality. It's powerful because it shows control. Try this once. Next time someone disrespects you, say, that's disrespectful. That's rude. I don't appreciate that. Then stop talking. Watch their face. You'll see it. Signal A2B, being instantly available all the time. This one changes everything. When you're always available, people stop valuing your time. If you answer every text immediately, if you always pick up the phone, if you say yes right away to every request, your time feels cheap. Think about doctors. They make you wait, not because they're rude, but because their time is valuable. And because their time is valuable, you respect it. Now think about someone who's always free, always responding, always available, always saying yes. Do you respect their time? Probably not, because they don't act like it matters. Here's what you do instead. When someone texts you, don't reply in 2 minutes every single time. Wait an hour. Wait 2 hours. Not to play games, but because your life doesn't stop for everyone. When someone calls, you don't have to answer immediately. Call back when you're ready. When someone asks you for something, don't say yes right away. Say, let me check and I'll get back to you. This is simple, but it's massive. The moment people have to wait for you even a little, they start respecting your time. I used to respond instantly, even late at night. People knew I'd always be available, so they treated my time like garbage. Then I changed. I waited before responding. I stopped saying yes instantly. And suddenly people started saying, do you have time? Thanks for making time. Nothing else changed, just my availability. Your time is the most valuable thing you own. When you treat it like it matters, other people do too. Signal 1-3, accepting bad treatment to avoid conflict. Most people tolerate bad treatment because they're scared of conflict. So when someone treats them poorly, they stay quiet. And here's what that teaches the other person. This is allowed, and once something is allowed, it repeats. You need to stop accepting bad treatment in the moment, not later, not in your head, right when it happens. Friend cancels plans last minute again. Don't say, it's fine. Say, this is the 3rd time you've canceled. That's not okay. Coworker takes credit for your work. Say, actually, I did that work. Please give credit where it's due. Family member makes rude comments. Say, I don't like when you talk to me like that. Stop. Not aggressive, not emotional, clear, direct. Most people avoid this because they think it'll cause problems. But you know what causes real problems? Staying quiet, building resentment, then either exploding or hating yourself silently. I had a coworker who dumped his work on me every week. I kept doing it to avoid tension. Finally, I said, no, that's your responsibility. He pushed back. I repeated, I'm not doing it. He stopped asking. And here's the crazy part, he respected me more after that. People push boundaries before they respect them. Now we come to the hardest one. This is the behavior that changes everything, but almost nobody does it because it feels uncomfortable at first. Signal Y40, trying to prove you're worthy of respect. This is the silent killer of respect. Trying to prove yourself? Most people don't realize they're doing it. Someone questions their idea, they explain for 5 minutes. Someone doubts them, they list their experience. Someone challenges their decision, they justify every detail. And every time you do this, you send one clear signal. I don't believe I'm enough yet, because here's the truth. People who truly believe they deserve respect don't defend it, they assume it. Watch confident people closely. When someone questions them, they don't panic. They don't over-explain. They don't rush to convince. They respond calmly with short statements like, I'm comfortable with this decision. I know what I'm doing. This works for me. And then they stop talking. No proof, no debate, no performance. And people accept it, not because of logic, but because confidence is felt, not argued. Why explaining yourself backfires? Here's what most people don't understand. The more you explain yourself, the weaker you look. Because explanations communicate uncertainty. When you explain too much, the other person subconsciously thinks, if this was solid, why is he trying so hard to sell it? I used to do this constantly. Anytime someone questioned me at work, I'd go into full defense mode. Well, actually, I've done this before, and here's why it makes sense, and last time it worked, because the more I talked, the less convinced people looked. Then I stopped. One day, someone questioned my idea in a meeting. Old me would have defended it for 10 minutes. New me just said, I believe this is the right move. That was it. No explanation. They went with it. Why? Because confidence is contagious. When you act like something doesn't need defending, people assume it's solid. Your worth is not up for debate. This is the mindset shift that changes how people treat you. Your worth is not something you prove. It's something you own. You don't owe anyone. A long explanation, your life story, proof of your value. People who demand justification are testing your confidence. And the moment you start proving, you fail the test. Strong people don't argue for respect. They operate from it. What to do instead? Next time someone questions your choice, your idea, or your boundary, do not explain yourself to death. Say one of these C. I'm confident in this. This works for me. I've made my decision. Then stop talking. Silence does the rest. If they keep pushing, repeat yourself calmly. Confidence isn't loud. It's repetitive and unmoved. The big pattern behind all 4 signals. Here's what nobody tells you. All 4 of these behaviors come down to one thing. Stopping habits that make you look weak. You're not adding anything new. You're removing old patterns. Stop reacting emotionally. Stop being instantly available. Stop accepting bad treatment. Stop proving yourself. When you remove these, what's left is your real self. And that version of you naturally commands respect. Not because you changed who you are, but because you stopped covering your strength with weak behaviors. Your one move. Don't try to do everything at once. That's how people fail. Pick one of the 4. Just one. Maybe today you call out disrespect calmly. Let someone wait for your reply. Speak up when treated poorly. Stop explaining yourself. Do it once, just once. Notice how it feels. Notice the reaction. Then do it again tomorrow. In 1 week, it feels normal. In 1 month, people treat you differently. I went from being a doormat to being respected in about 3 months. Not because I became someone else, but because I stopped doing things that made me look weak. Same person, different behavior. Final truth. Stop waiting for permission to be respected. You already deserve it. But respect doesn't come from wanting it. It comes from acting like it's already yours. Start today. And once you feel that shift, you'll never go back.